I'm Gemma Niosi, the New South Wales Libertarian lead candidate for the upcoming New South Wales state election that's happening in March next year. And I'm here with the Honourable John Ruddick, our sitting MLC, and you have just introduced an exciting bill. Would you like to tell everyone about that?
Okay, so what happened under the previous Liberal government in 2017 is that they made it absolutely compulsory if your kids want to go not just to school, primary school, but like daycares and other things, that the kids actually have to be fully vaxxed. The full, whatever the government has said, however many they've said you have to take, the parents have to demonstrate to the school that they've taken all the vaccines. Now, prior to 2017, there was a category for conscientious objectors, and that was removed. So now what's happening is it's basically no jab, no play. Now, the Libertarian Party is not an anti-vax party, but we are a pretty radically pro-free choice party, and particularly when it comes around to the issue of vaccination. And we recognise that because the vaccination industry is so tied up with government approvals and government regulations, for a libertarian, that sort of sends out some warning signs, okay? So this is why we think it's very, very important that parents have choice over vaccination. And I think in the post-COVID era, there's a lot more people out there that are interested in having a discussion about this subject, which we didn't previously have. We should be able to have an open discussion about what vaccines are good for our children and what maybe are not. So that's why I think this is an important piece of legislation. We've introduced it. The vote will be coming up in the next few months, and it'll be interesting to see what my colleagues say.
It is going to be interesting what they say, because they have to obviously present evidence as to why they did bring in no jab, no play. So I can't wait to hear those. But look, essentially, it just comes down to parental choice. We don't want to co-parent with the government. And if there are parents out there that choose not to vaccinate their kids, they shouldn't be punished or coerced. No parent should be coerced by government saying, you can't send your kids to daycare. I mean, parents have no choice. They need to go to work and pay out, we need to pay our taxes to make our government run. So why should they be stripped from that privilege? And that is why, as a party, we do have a policy that if taxpayer dollars should be spent on things like daycare, that money should come directly back to us, the parent, and not go to daycare centres. So that's another policy conversation for another day, but I'm excited that you put forward this bill.
There's another thing I'd like to say on this subject, and that is there has been now for 50, 60 years, maybe longer, a small cohort of people who have not been vaxxed. And I find it suspicious that the government has zero curiosity in studying the results of these people who have grown up in a family where they haven't taken any vaccines. Now, if the government was truly motivated by the good of our health, they would say, okay, there's a small little group here in countries like Australia and other countries who just haven't taken any vaccines. What's the results? Have 50% of them died of measles by the age of 12? Well, if they have, let's find out. My anecdotal evidence, Gemma, is that when I meet people who've never taken any vaccines, they do look remarkably healthy. Now, it could easily just be that they are health focused. They've made a decision not to take the vaccine. But I mean, I think that the government departments, people like Kerry Chant and Ryan Park, the health minister, they should be saying, well, we want to do the best thing for the kids out there and the health of everybody, all the citizens out there in New South Wales. Let's have a proper objective study into this small group who've never taken a vaccine. Let's see what the results are. But they're not. They've got zero curiosity, which only makes me more suspicious.
I agree. So if you want real solutions and you want people like John and myself to actually challenge the state and the government on these issues, then vote 1 Libertarian next year.